Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is bullshit, and I'll explain why. The CGI is doing most of the heavy lifting. The movie's been out for quite a while now, so everybody knows the graphics are the illest. They tell Jon Favreau and his Lion King to go suck a dick. It will have you forgetting you aren't watching real apes whenever they aren't talking. And it isn't just the apes. I'm like, what about the rock? Is that CGI? And the trees too? Oh, what about the bird? Oh shit, he landed on his arm. That motherfucker right there is real. No? But here's the first problem. While watching Kingdom, I wasn't thinking, wow, how epic. My first thought was, this is a nice kids movie. Nothing beats talking monkeys. And you will instantly connect with the wide-eyed human eyes they create these character models with. This is like James Cameron's Avatar. When you see it in the theater, your mind is blown by the in-camera 3D and the IMAX resolution. You watch it when you get home, and you're like, I remember this being better the first time. Kingdom will be the same way. This shit is Goonies level storytelling. It's getting good reviews because I think most outlets are reviewing it as though it's a cartoon. I think some people need to go back and watch the first two Ape movies. This one is so predictable and simplistic, you'll be calling out story beats like you wrote the script yourself. This movie's all about Emperor Proximus Caesar, attempting to achieve his vision of uniting all the apes into one kingdom while also trying to shore up his defenses against the threat of human domination from a small pocket of humanity that retains their intelligence and their ability to talk. After capturing one of these humans, Proximus exploits his weakness to gain insight into human culture and knowledge, increasing his own understanding of the threat level humans pose if they should rally. He seeks a way to defend his people from certain destruction, and the answer lies behind blast doors, the size and strength of which Proximus cannot fathom. He's under the impression he can open them with fire and chains just by pulling. He's sadly mistaken. While attempting to break into the human armory, Proximus's plans are thwarted by a misguided, naive chimp from the Eagle clan. The chimp Noah befriends a human who misrepresented herself the whole way through, hides her level of intelligence until it suits her needs, and inevitably double crosses him. It destabilizes the ape kingdom, and her actions only reaffirm the humans as the ape's technological superior. Wait a minute, this isn't how you heard it? Were you told some bullshit about a coming-of-age story of a young monkey that has his friends and family snatched and must go on a journey of self-discovery to save the enslaved clan, which was taken by a brutal, dictatorial ape bent on territorial domination? Noah is from a village incapable of defending itself from the slightest intruder. They are infiltrated by the very human that eventually crosses them, nearly wiping them out. Eagle Clan has a patrol group, but they're taken out by an admittedly aggressive band of raiders under the rule of Proximus. Perhaps he should give them the opportunity to bend the knee and be conscripted into his ranks. But how's he gonna think like that? Motherfucker's a goddamn ape. His form of leniency is not ripping you to shreds and swapping your genitals in your face. You have to admit, from an ape-centric point of view, he's leaps and bounds beyond his contemporaries. While Eagle Clan is jerking off raising birds, there's another ape across the valley halfway finished building a city. I know it's normal to be biased towards our own species, but after watching Kingdom, you know Proximus doesn't do anything a human ruler hasn't done in the past to secure power. However, the writers of this simplistic story peg the antagonist as the immoral side with one line. He needs to get into the human armory to achieve instant evolution. And he doesn't care how many apes he has to sacrifice to get through the blast doors. I swear, You say one thing that makes you sound like an asshole, and you've signed your own death warrant in the eyes of the audience. He also does not lack the courage of his convictions. He's never sniveling or cowardly. He is a charismatic leader for his own clan and not afraid to use force or coercion, but still not Hitler. This is just another one of those movies where the bad guy is not really bad and he's freaking right. If the apes leave the humans alone to their own devices, they will rise up and whip their monkey asses. Put it in perspective. The apes throw shit and spears. Humans shoot bullets. They might even have a rocket launcher somewhere. You don't know. When my man says he needs to get into the human vault so he can get some firepower, he's not wrong. He's actually ahead of the game. Everything he tells Noah to watch out for is exactly what the fuck happens. The characters are generic. You've got your generic, doting, loving mother. You've got your caring but stern father that wants his son only to become a respected pillar of the community. You have the childhood friend who could become something more if given the chance. There's one more. In every young adult story, of which this is, you apparently need a cuck third wheel. In Kingdom, it's Anaya. This ape has resting Ron Weasley face. This is the type of guy who couldn't get ass if you left him at the bunny ranch with a fistful of hundreds. Anaya is sitting in the corner peeling his own banana, while Noah and Suna are making googly eyes at each other. I assume it's googly eyes. I mean, they got monkey faces. I felt bad for him for the most part in the movie because the trauma that's inflicted upon him isn't his own fault. But when he hesitates during his chance to become a hero at the end of the third act, I'm like, if he dies, he dies. But you know who I didn't want to go? My man Raka. He might be the typical wandering monk, but he's my monk. Raka is a laid-back orangutan and the type of character that is so cool, you know he's not going to make it to the end of the movie. Every second he's in a scene, he's stealing shine from the main character. Unfortunately for him, he is the walking manifestation of 2 days left to retirement.
I'm 2 days away from retirement. Everything's going to be just
He belongs to the Order of Caesar and follows his ancestors' teaching of not harming other apes and leadership through peace, empathy, and civility. But he will break a monkey off with a two-piece and repent later. Caesar will forgive. Gonna hold out hope that we get to see him later on in another story. I don't think I'm the only one that knows the movie's gonna age poorly. It won't go down in the annals as a timeless classic. But if you like seeing someone practically sell out his own race for the sake of short-term decency, you're gonna love it. I'll mark Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes with 2 strikes. Let me know in the comments section whether you stand with me or if you swallowed the hype. If you think I'm wrong, I would love to know how. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for weekly content. Until next time, be sure to look to the shadows and beckon.